up, you guys, everyone who uses WordPress? You're very welcome, because today we're going to be talking about WordPress security. And today, our guest is Joe Howard, a head of WP Buffs. And we're going to be discussing some WordPress issues with security and the maintenance, how you can take care of your WordPress website, and how you can make it work a little bit better. Hi, Joe.
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm always excited and I'm very happy to talk about WordPress security. So this is really a treat for me.
For those who haven't heard of WP Buffs yet, could you please tell a couple of words what you're doing as a company?
Yeah, sure. So a lot of entrepreneurs and small businesses run WordPress sites, but they don't have the budget necessarily to hire a full-time CTO or a full-time technical person to handle their WordPress site. So that's where we come in. We are kind of a plug-and-play WordPress technical partner. So we help with security, website speed, ongoing support, ongoing maintenance for a subscription as a subscription service. And kind of aside from that, we also work with white label partners. So we work with a lot of design agencies, marketing firms, freelancers who want to sell our care plans, maintenance plans, and we provide fulfillment through them. So that's our partnership program.
Cool. So basically, you're helping websites not to get down, right? So if there are any issues inside the website, inside the code, or throughout the performance, you just help to exclude that issue, to remove it.
Exactly. Our goal really is so that website owners or our partners don't have to worry about the technical side of WordPress. We have a team that is highly technical in all aspects of WordPress, and we do all that, but our goal is for you not to have to think about it.
Yeah, cool. And also wanted to ask, what if a small business owner, for instance, I make cupcakes at home, and I started a website to sell my cupcakes. It is a very simple website, like a couple of pages about us, my simple portfolio, maybe a contact form or whatever, just to stay in touch with the clients. So it's very, very simple. Should I be worried or concerned about the maintenance issues or security of my website? Who may want to hack into my website selling cupcakes? Should I be worried about it if I have a very simple, very little, small website?
It's a really, really good question, and it's one we get all the time. And it's actually something a lot of people tell us that they don't need because they run a small website. But so because we run and maintain and manage so many websites, we have a lot of data on how often sites are getting attacked, how often sites are getting hit by known malicious IP addresses, things like this. And we've actually found that regardless of your size, people want access to your website, even if it's a really small site. And the reason is because a lot of small websites have, if you can gain certain access through even a very, very small website, 1, 2, 3 pages, you can gain access to that server. So a lot of people are not necessarily just looking for private information from very, very big sites. They actually just want access to your site so they can get access to your shared server, which could potentially have 20,000 other websites hosted on there as well. So regardless of your size, I say everybody needs to be worried about website security. Now, that being said, a very big website with a lot of private data should probably have a lot more security measures in place. One, because they have more to protect, and 2, because they have a bigger budget to protect it with. But even a small website, there are a lot of free things you can do to protect your website that you don't have to pay. People who come to WP Buffs and have us worry about security are more the people who want to get from 90% secure to 99.999% secure. But to get 90% of the way there, in all honesty, you can do that for free, even without maybe a paid plugin. So there are definitely some strategies out there, even for people who run small websites. But everyone should at least put some focus on it for sure.
Yeah, because the issue with the security, with the people trying to hack into your website, now it's huge. And I have read somewhere that about 30,000 websites get hacked every single day. So you cannot prevent it. You cannot expect what may happen to your website.
Yeah.
And also, you mentioned there are some free ways to secure your website to protect it from the attacks? And what are they? Could you get a little bit deeper into this topic?
Yeah, sure. So lots of things you can do, even for free. I don't know if I can cover them all right now, but a few of the main things you should do to protect your website. The most common way people access websites when they shouldn't have access is through a weak password. So the number one thing anybody can do is have strong alphanumeric passwords. And not everyone knows what alphanumeric means, so I'll explain that. It just means it has some lowercase letters, some uppercase letters, some numbers, some special characters, and in no particular order. That just means it's hard for a computer to crack. If your website is the name of your dog, then it's pretty easy for a computer to guess, even if you think it may be difficult. So the more complex, the better. And nobody is coming into your WordPress website trying to manually like guess your password. That's just not how websites get hacked anymore. It's all computer automated now. So it just, your password has to be complex. And there are free plugins that you can add to your WordPress site that enforce strong passwords so that you can't create a password that's not very, very strong. And it forces all the users who already have weak passwords to change your password to a strong password. So that's the number one thing I would do to protect your website. There are other things as well. There are free security plugins you can get that have premium versions if you want to purchase them. So like, for example, with our care plans, we provide access to iTheme Security Pro, the premium version of the WordPress plugin, for free with our care plans, because obviously we're a security company, we're pretty serious about security, but the free version is pretty good too. And there's a lot of things you can make changes to for example, like adding CAPTCHA to any login or contact form, so that, because sometimes people can try to gain access there, and if you put a CAPTCHA there, especially like a strong Google RE CAPTCHA, it makes it much harder for people to get in through an automated attack or a computer trying to guess your password. So if I were to tell everybody to do two things, those would be it. Again, there are a lot of other things you can do, and for free. We have a huge list on our website if people are interested in that. But those two things will get you very far.
Yeah, that's really cool. And for simple users who are not really into that WordPress thing, like, very, small business owners who just want a platform to push their business to the people, like to spread the word about their activities. They don't really need to like get deeper into all that thing. They just want that security thing be as cheap as possible and as fast and as effective as possible.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess if they want to get things cheaper, you can opt for free plugins or some free methods. Like I have read your blog on wpbuffs.com.
Nice.
It's really, really cool. And yeah, a lot of information for users, like how to get good security services for free. Also,
we've written a lot of blog content about security, about website speed, so that, because again, 90% of these things you can do for free, or you can do pretty easily yourself, but it's really kind of to get over that last hump can be difficult. So but there's a lot of help out there and a lot of good content. You just have to make sure you know where the good content is.
Yeah. Also, as I said, there are a lot of people who don't really want to be concerned about the website, didn't want to pay a lot of money for it, so want to get the things fast. So people would opt for a WordPress theme, like go to a marketplace, whichever one, there are a bunch of them, TemplateMonster, for example. And they can go.
Is one of the best.
One of the biggest, like it gets to the top 3 biggest marketplaces which sell in WordPress themes, including WordPress theme. So you can go check this out. Well, okay. So people would go and buy a WordPress theme. And I wanted to ask you if it anyhow different maintaining a WordPress website which was built from scratch and maintaining a website which was built with the help of WordPress theme. And the second question right away, what are the characteristics and what are the features of the theme people should pay attention to like choose a good and secure WordPress theme, just not to be concerned about the issues in the future? What can we do while choosing a WordPress theme?
I think that in order to pick a theme that is more easily maintained, there are a lot of factors in that. You want it to be lightweight. You want the code to be pretty clean. A lot of theme shops provide those things. The way I pick a theme is to have trusted partners who I know, whose themes I've worked with and who we've dived into the code before. 90% of people who are building a website are not going to be able to look into the code to see, is this good code? Is this bad code? Like, to know that, you have to be pretty highly technical to know, what's beneficial for you and what's not. So I would go more in the route of, I would vet who you're picking your theme from and talk to other people who have used that theme and find theme shops, not just specific themes, but theme shops that are that, again, you've kind of looked at and done your research, and that obviously have a good presence in the WordPress space. That's how I would pick a theme. And I think you asked a second question there, but I think I answered the second one first. But could you ask me the first one again?
Yeah, absolutely. The first one I asked if it's anyhow different maintaining a WordPress website built from scratch or maintaining a website built with the help of a WordPress theme.
Yes, the answer is yes. It's much easier to maintain a website that's been built via theme or template. I think that building a custom site is the right move for only a very few select groups or businesses or people. If you have a very specific thing you want to do with the WordPress website, or a very specific look that you need to have for your business, for your business reasons, and you have a big budget to be able to spend, a custom website may make sense for you. But in my experience, 99% of websites can be, one, either just built using a template or a theme, or two, built on a template or a theme, and then customizations added after the fact to make small changes here and there, or big changes where you want to, based on those theme files. I think of the theme or a template as like the skeleton of the website. It really provides the structure for everything. And if you use a theme or a template from a quality theme shop, you know it's going to work across all devices. You know it's going to function properly where it should. And 99% of things are just going to work. And also why I like choosing a theme shop based on customer support, because if you don't really know anything that technical, we pride ourselves on technical support, and that's why our customers really love us. And that's what we look for in hosting companies and theme companies. I mean, I guess every company. So yeah.
Yeah, so as you said, two main things to look up for while choosing a theme is choosing a trusted template provider and make sure they have a customer support, whichever one, with a ticket, with the email, or with call support, just so they can help you with customizing and setting up and maintaining the theme.
Definitely.
Okay. Cool. And this is the end of the first part of our interview. And if you want to learn more about what Joe thinks of entrepreneurship and different business models he was implying into his business, stay tuned and check out the second part of this interview.